Alright, what's up guys? I'm going to be talking about gloves today. Specifically the Pig Alphas and the Pig Deltas. So why is this going to be a different type of review compared to other videos that you can click on YouTube? So what's the difference is I have been using these gloves for about 5 years, active duty military and law enforcement based. So just to catch you up to speed, I'm on my 9th pair of the Alphas and I'm on my 2nd pair of the Deltas. So I'm pushing 11 pairs altogether. That's a lot of glove time in these hands right here. So I'm not trying to say what I know is best, but I'm going to show you or explain my real world experience in these gloves and how I like them or dislike them in certain circumstances. So we're going to push straight into it. So pretty much the run through, they are a lightweight, I would say light to mid duty glove. Now these aren't heavy duty gloves. You're not going to get a ton of hard wear on them. These are mainly tactical based gloves is what I would say, and that is what I have been using them as mainly. Now I've used them for other hard working projects and whatnot, but they do not really excel in that category. Mainly it's because they're so thin. Both of them, the Alphas and the Deltas, are very thin base gloves, so you have a lot of dexterity in them, which is the benefit for that is you can feel a lot more stuff. You can write if you need to. You can like set your watch. What I've noticed is in other types of gloves, say mechanics. I used to run mechanics all the time prior to these pair, and one feature that I dislike about the mechanics is that they end, if you look up here at the top, kind of at an angle, their fabric goes all the way up and then they sew it at the tip. So two pieces of fabric come up and they sew it. These, the Pigs, both of them, they do not do that. They have a single piece of fabric stitched here and it goes up the length of all your fingers and it goes over the top and then stitches in the back. So why that's a big deal to me is if they stitch them at the tip, that stitching will get up underneath your fingernails and it creates a little bit of a gap in those gloves when you're working with them. And you don't really notice it until it's brought up. Like right now, if I bring it up, you're probably thinking, you know, that's kind of true. These gloves don't have that issue at all because, like I said, they're stitched around the back, so you have that perfect nice seam so it doesn't mess with your fingernails up underneath them, and you get a better tight fit when you actually put the glove on. For instance, I'll put it on real quick, see how tight they are. This is a newer pair, so they're not 100% worked in. These are definitely worked in. You can see all the wear and everything, which I'll go over that in a little bit. But there is no extra fabric in here. You can kind of see there's nothing. It goes straight over. That's my fingernail right there. Kind of hard to see. I get it. It's a camera, gloves. But specifically, that's why I like these a lot. Now you can see they have a lot of vent holes, so they are good in warmer climates. Now they do work cold climate. Definitely use them that way. They're a little bit, they keep your hands warmer, but they're not like a full over glove. But what are you doing with a full over glove if you're using weapon manipulation or something else like that, which these are designed for? So that's what I really like about them. They are thin to keep that heat wicking away. The material is not leather. They're like a synthetic compound. So getting to that, I guess a negative, these are not machine gunner's gloves. I've used them for that. I did not like them for that. Because if you have a possibility of touching a hot barrel, hot, munitions or something like that, you're trying to do barrel changes, these are not designed to hold up to that. You need a good leather glove, and there's a lot of manufacturers out there. I don't have them on the table right here, but there's a lot of other manufacturers that make good leather gloves for machine gunners. So I would not recommend these for machine gunners. Maybe some of you out there, well, I used them for a whole tour and they did just fine. Okay, well, you did a really good job. I'm glad you like them for that kind of aspect. I don't. It's my opinion. So, like I said, these are on my 9th pair with these gloves, and they're pretty new. I haven't really worked with them. These are my second. and you can kind of see how beat up they are. Pretty decent. They're all discolored because I sweat in them so much and just performing a lot of duties and whatnot in them. So gives me a lot of time with them, but I would say they work for about 6 months. I get 6 months of use out of each. Now I've had better luck with these. These hold up better for me, mainly for fixing wise. These gloves, the exact ones right here, I have had to fix several times, and you can kind of see I have restitched through here because they started to fall apart on me. Right here I restitched through here, and then also I think somewhere up in here as well, in the corners, I've restitched, and then this one as well. So I will try to fix my gear and my equipment rather than go out and buy a new set of gloves. I think these, the Deltas, are going for about 29, 30 bucks roughly on Amazon, and I think these are going for about 40 to 45. Recommendation, they work. Completely worth it. Like I said, I bought 9 pairs of these things. These are 11 altogether. They work. I like them a lot. So, good thing is they're light, like I said, but they wear out fast. That's the one negative that I don't. So I first got these in 2014. Not this specific. I'm well past the other older gloves. I wish I had a set, but I don't in front of me right here. But mainly I just want to kind of do a quick video. It's approaching about 7 minutes. I don't want it to be too long, but I really like these gloves, and they have held up, and I would highly recommend them if you're into law enforcement, military, or even just shooting sports or something like that. Between the two, it's just difficult because these are the fast fit, so these don't have the Velcro keepers, the Deltas. These are the Alphas, and they do. So it kind of just goes with whatever you want. These are a little bit like the knuckles are a little bit more covered. So if you brush your knuckles up and things, you won't get tore up as bad because this has a harder material. These do not. They are just slick, which it just kind of depends on what you want. I have both pairs because I like using them. Mainly I'm using these at the moment because it's really hot where I am. And then these are more like fall, spring use. So I know it's about 8 minutes on a pair of gloves. You're like, oh my gosh, why would I do this? But I'm just trying to give my real world aspects and what I've actually done in these gloves and give it a good recommendation. So these are what I've been using for 5 years, and I will continue to wear these until there's something better that comes out. So if you like this kind of review, kind of really just down and dirty about not really too much of the facts, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscription. I got a lot more gear coming your way if you're interested in this kind of stuff. So thank you. Y'all have a great day.